There are many aspects to Britpop, and if you really want to know more about this phenomenon, I would suggest watching Live Forever: The Rise and Fall of Britpop, a 2003 documentary by John Dower. It includes people actually involved in Britpop, from designers to musicians. It has interviews from artists like Damon Albarn, Gallagher Brothers, and Jarvis Cocker. Moreover, it considers Britpop through prism of history, politics, and drugs. I will look on Britpop as an era rather than music genre, as most of the musicians of the time didn't like the term Britpop to define their music. Moreover, it's another question: what should be considered Britpop and what not? For example, Radiohead are British, were active in 90s, though many don't think they are necessarily Britpop. One more important disclaimer: I'm not an expert, nor music or history one. I am just a chick that likes British music and glamorizes life in Britain. Now back to the topic. Britpop in a nutshell. Main time 90s, more precisely around 1992-1997. Most prominent bands, aka Big Four: Oasis, Blur, Pulp, and Suede. Though there are more great bands, and if you'd like me to speak about them, give this video a like and comment down below. How does it stand out? It's unapologetically British. Well, it's in the title. Britpop. Main influences and roots: 60s The Kinks, 70s David Bowie, 80s Stone Roses, Happy Mondays, and Spiral Carpet. All these influences and roots come together and create a new wave, Britpop. In addition, in the 90s, USA had grunge and Nirvana, so it was turn of our British lads to work their asses off to beat those Yankees and go for British Invasion 2.0. Big Four. Biggest figures in Britpop. Pulp. Started in late 70s, failed a lot, and then got their success in 90s. Described as intelligent and disco skiffle, I'm not sure about that term. Main influences: Roxy Music, T-Rex. They had hits like Babies and Razzmatazz, though they took off with Common People, which is considered as Britpop anthem. The list of band members is big. The main bloke is Jarvis Cocker. He's awesome. Once he tried to impress the girl and fell off the window. Blur. Middle class dudes. Started in late 80s, Anglo-centric. They have Damon Albarn, Graham Coxon, Alex James, and Dave Rowntree. And it's something that was constant, except for one time when Graham left the group but returned. Main influences: The Kinks, Bowie. Weren't as popular in USA as, let's say, Oasis. Their biggest American hit was Song 2, though Brits remember them for the iconic Parklife album, Suede. Started in late 80s, more electronic. Their image is more androgynous. There were many people involved, but everyone knows only Brett Anderson. Justine Frischmann was a part of Suede and dated Brett, but we will talk about her a little bit later. Unfortunately, as they moved away from Britpop, they became less successful, but you might have heard their classic Beautiful Ones, Animal Nitrate, or So Young. Their debut self-titled album of 1993 was quite successful and drew a lot of attention and controversy due to its cover. Influences: Bowie and the Smiths. Oasis, working class heroes. Started in the early 90s, probably the most successful band in terms of mainstream media. Oasis had a lot of band members, but the favorite lineup for many fans is Gallagher Brothers as the main figures, Bonehead, Gixie, and Alan White. Ringo Starr's son, Zach Starkey, also was on percussion for some time. Their music is very positive. On the contrary, Gallagher Brothers seem very hateful and toxic. Definitely maybe their debut album was a great success. Some mark it as the prime time of Britpop era. But the rest of the world knows them for Wonderwall, which is a great song to annoy your friend guitarist with. Imagine a person learning and mastering the instrument for ages just to get "Oi mate, play Wonderwall" at the party. The luckiest woman of Britpop, Justine Frischmann, lead singer and guitarist in Elastica. I might speak about women of Britpop in my further videos, but why is she lucky? First of all, she is badass herself. Second, she dated both Brett Anderson of Suede and Damon Albarn of Blur. Even Liam Gallagher fancied her.
There was a lot of press recently about you saying that you fancied Justine, Damon's girlfriend. Is it true?
Yeah.
However, some Blur fans dislike her as she and Damon got addicted to heroin at some point. And, you know, a bit messy. And think I couldn't do a video without the Battle of Britpop. One day pals from Blur decided to release their single Country House the same day Oasis were to release Roll With It. In the documentary Live Forever: The Rise and Fall of Britpop, Damon Albarn refused to comment on this situation as there are other people involved. Noel Gallagher in 2019 commented that Oasis weren't interested at first, but then, as media started to blow things up, they jumped on the bandwagon. Blur won, Oasis lost. But the feud didn't stop there, both sides were quite bad to each other throughout 90s and early 2000s. The end of era, as John Savage claims, was when Oasis released Be Here Now in 1997. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything to add or correct me, feel free to leave your comment, or you can reach me out through social media, links in bio. It was just a little insight on main basic things about Britpop, but if you enjoyed this video, I will have something else to tell. And on this note, thanks for watching, support me by liking, commenting, subscribing and sharing, and goodbye.